call it the cash flow quadrant. Somebody type that in the chat rooms, Facebook and Zoom, cash flow quadrant. And I've been teaching on the cash flow quadrant ever since Robert Kiyosaki taught it because it's such a breakthrough, but I never saw it like I did after the release of this product I'm going to show y'all tonight. The cash flow quadrant says that there are 4 quadrants where people make their money. The first quadrant is employee. That means you work for someone else. And that means you work for someone else and you trade time for dollars. And you will never have enough dollars because there's never enough time. Most people, almost all people who work for someone else will work. You die because if you're self-employed, when you're not working, where's the money going to come from? Nowhere. The money stops when you stop. When you go to bed, the money goes to bed. When you wake up, the money wakes up. When you're hurt, the money's hurt. When you can't work, the money can't work. When you go to a funeral, the money goes to a funeral. When you go to a wedding, the money goes to a wedding. It can't make you money because you're the sole worker in that business. And then the third quadrant, which is very good, the big business quadrant, the B, that means you have people working for you or with you to help you build your business. And I've been in the networking arena since 1993, and I've always built businesses and referred people and built a referral network. And that's the B quadrant. And it is great. And it creates residual income. But the fourth quadrant, Sherry Brown, it always missed me. I understood it in theory. I did. I really did. I had the head knowledge. Boy, I hope I'm talking to somebody already. I might not even finish the presentation. I can like stop right now and somebody already got it. I felt the energy come through the screen. You got it. That fourth quadrant, Daphne Dameron, that one right there, James, the fourth quadrant where your money works for you. It flips the whole quadrant. Greg McKay, where you work for money, you never have enough money because you have enough time. Where money works for you, you have way too much money because money is not bound by time. Money works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It never takes a break. It doesn't take a lunch break. It doesn't take a 15-minute break to go to the potty. It doesn't get sick. Money is a slave, James. And it's a perfect slave. It makes a terrible master, but it makes an amazing slave because it never stops. It can't stop, won't stop. Money never sleeps. I did not really get that, Janoko, until this product hit us. I knew it in my head, but now I got it in my heart. It creates passive residual income. And folks, one of our senior partners, Mr. Nate Hines, he spoke this out and we grabbed it. Project 50K, 50,000 millionaire families in the next 6 years. The only question is, are you going to be one of them? Folks, I'm going to release some information to you tonight, but I'm going to do it right after this video. I want y'all to dig into this video like you've never listened to financial education before. Listen to this gentleman, Mr. Myron Golden, teach us a little bit of something about money. I'll see you on the other side of the video, and we're going to have some discussion about what he discusses on this video. Let's watch.
There are a lot of institutions out there using the most powerful financial force in the universe against you financially. No wonder most people are broke.
Yeah. Here we go. You see, I got where I am because someone reached out a hand. Help me to stand, be an independent man. Because I'm standing on the shoulders of a giant. The shoulders of a giant, y'all. I'm thankful.
Hey there, YouTube. Myron Golden here, and this is the third video in the Get Rich series. I did one on It's Easier for You to Get Rich Now Than Ever in Human History, the History and Mystery of Wealth. I did one on the Millionaire Cash Flow Formula. I did one on the Virtual Millionaire Formula. So I guess this is the fourth one. Anyway, third, fourth, who's counting? On this video, I'm going to show you how to create legacy wealth, how it's possible, like liquid millionaire formula. That's what I call this. I call this like the liquid millionaire formula. I showed you the cash flow millionaire formula before. I showed you the virtual millionaire formula. This is the liquid millionaire formula. I know before I get started, just so you know, I didn't forget what I said before. And some people say, Myron, are you talking about a get-rich-quick scheme? And I would always answer, well, you better hope so, because you're not going to be here long enough to get rich slow, right? And I showed you the video before, and the other video before, wealth is measured more in time than money. And if two people make $1 million, like if you make $1 million, are you rich? The answer is it depends. What does it depend on? It depends on how long it took you to make it, right? And so if it takes you, if you make $25,000 a year for 40 years, at the end of 40 years, you made $1 million. Are you rich? You're not rich. Why are you not rich? You're not rich because it took you too long to make it. But if you make that same $1 million in a year, are you rich? You are. You're 40 times richer than a person who makes it in over a 40-year time period. If you make $1 million a month, are you even richer? You are. You're not richer because you made more money. You're richer because you made the money faster. But the wealth creation that I'm going to talk about today is not rapid wealth. It's not the fast wealth. It's not going to be the leveraged wealth that you get to really, really fast. This is going to be the legacy wealth. And this is one of the most important plays you need to add to your mix. And that is, you need to figure out a way to get the most powerful force in the universe when it comes to financial freedom, like the most powerful financial force in the universe working for you instead of working against you. And that financial formula is called the rule of 72. What is the rule of 72? Well, the rule of 72 states if you take your rate of return and you divide it into 72, whatever your answer is, that's how long it takes for your money to double, right? So what do you want to do? You want to make sure you get a high enough rate of return on your investment. So let's say you put your money in the bank, and let's say the bank's feeling generous this year, and they say, we're going to give you 3% on your money. You divide that into 72, and the answer is 24. So if you can get 3% per year, you divide that into 72, your money's going to double every 24 years, which means if you start with $1,000 and you invest it at 3%, well then in 24 years, you're going to have $2,000. 24 years after that, you're going to have $4,000. And 24 years after that, your grandchildren are going to have $8,000 because you ain't going to be here no more, right? So just understand this is how it works. Einstein said that compound interest is the most powerful financial force in the universe. Myron Golden says, any financial principle that you don't know and you're not using, someone's using it against you. So if Einstein is right and Myron Golden is right, if we're both right and you don't understand compound interest, that means there are a lot of institutions out there using the most powerful financial force in the universe against you financially. No wonder most people are broke. So what should you do? I'm going to teach you a concept that millionaires use. Y'all ready? It's called flip the script. So that's a millionaire formula? Oh yeah. So what you do is you take this and you make them trade places. What does that look like? That means if you can get 24%, divide that into 72, now it only takes 3 years for your money to double. So now your money's working harder for you. 24%, when you get to double-digit returns, we call those millionaire rates of return, right? So now what you got to do is like, I got to figure out where I can get these millionaire rates of returns. Now, if you want to get multi-millionaire rates of return, instead of getting this 24% per year, figure out how you can get this 24% per month. What's that look like? Well, if you can get 24% per year, your money's going to double every 3 years. If you can figure out a way to get 24% per month, your money's going to double every 3 months. You say, Myron, you can't get 24% per month. Oh, you can get 24% per month. Is it likely you're going to get 24% per month? Nope. Is it possible to get 24% per month? Yes, if you have the skill level. And this is why it's so important for all of us to become, if you're not already, to become a perpetual learner. You got to figure out how to make your money work harder for you. I submit to you that for many people watching this video right now, the reason you have to have a job is because your money is unemployed. Now, if you put your money to work, then maybe, no, not maybe, for sure, you won't have to work that hard. Well, what if you put your money to work to the tune of 24% per month? That means your money would double every 3 months. So if you counted the months, month 1, then month 3, then 3 months later would be month 6, 3 months later would be month 9, then 12, then 15, then 18, then 21, then 24, then 27, and then 30, and then 33, and then 36. Now, let's say with this illustration that you start with the same $1,000, right? You start with $1,000. You never put any more in. You never take any out for 3 years, 36 months. 36 months is 3 years. But you start with $1,000. How much do you have in 36 months? Here's what some people say. Well, $36,000. Some people say, well, you'd have $100,000. Some people say you have $300,000. Well, let's see. You're going to double this money every 3 months for 36 months. So how much money do you have? Let's see. You take the $1,000. You have $2,000 in month 3. You have $4,000 in month 4. You have $8,000 in month 9. You have $16,000 in month 12. Anybody want to change their answer? Okay, well, let's keep going. You have $32,000 in month 15. You have $64,000 in month 18. You have, oh, it's about to get juicy here, $128,000 in month 21. And in 2 years, you have $250,000, $256,000, which means you have $512,000 in month 27, and you have $1,024,000 in month 30. You have $2,048,000 in month 33, and you have $4,096,000 in month 36. If you can consistently get 24% per month for 36 months, and you don't ever take any out, you don't ever put any more in, you start with $1,000, you have $4,096,000. Now, here's the challenge. Here's the challenging part. Now you got to figure out, how can I get 24% per month? And the answer is, I don't know. You have to look. Are there ways to get 24% per month? Well, there are ways. There are some people who invest in markets. There are some people who invest in the commodities market that do this. There are people who invest in the options market who do this. There are some people in the stock market. It's going to be a lot less likely, especially if you're doing long-term buy and hold. But there are strategies that you can do with your money. You could become, now you're not going to get 24% per month, but even if you got 24% per year, you'd have $4.6 million in 36 years. That's a whole lot better than what most people got going on, because most people can figure out how to come up with $1,000. And if you figure out how to come up with $1,000 and you can start putting that money to work in different investment vehicles until you find the vehicle that's going to give you the best return, you could be on your way to creating legacy wealth for your family. Some of the people in the past who've created wealth, they've created so much wealth in such a short period of time because they made their money in the right economic era in which they started out, right? They made their money in the economic era in which they were in. But then what do? Then they applied the money that they made to this formula. Hey, what's going to happen for some of you? There's some of you watching this right now who are millionaires already. And here's the problem. You might have $3, $4, $5, $6 million sitting in the stupid bank in a stupid checking account. Do you understand what a checking account is? Do you have any idea what a checking account is? A checking account is an account where you loan your money to the bank interest-free. And then they go loan that money to other people and back to you and charge you for it on a credit card. That doesn't make sense. Why would you loan your money to the bank interest-free? Why not do with your money what the bank is doing with your money? Why not do with your money what the other financial institutions are doing with your money, instead of putting your money in the bank and hoping that putting it in a certificate of depreciation, deposit, that's what they call it, certificate, a CD, right? That doesn't make any sense. Figure out how to get your money working for you, because I've got news for you. If you don't remember anything else I say, remember this, and I'm going to end on this. If you don't remember anything else I say, remember this. Either your money is going to work for you, or it's going to work against you. Either it's going to work for you and against the system, or it's going to work for the system and against you. Now, what you got to do after watching this video is decide whose side you want your money to work for. In the meantime, in between time, I hope you like this video.
Wow. Before I go any further, give it up for Mr. Myron Golden. As we read this disclaimer, folks, this presentation is not designed to give you false expectations about earnings. We're not making any false promises. Everything that we talk about tonight is Examples depend solely on the ideas, techniques, knowledge, skill, and time vested into your independent business. We do not guarantee any results or decisions you make in relation to promoting our products or your business. All income examples used by GS Partners are not to be considered average earnings. We're not financial advisors, and we're not offering financial advice. Now, here's what we are offering. What if you, those of you on Facebook, those of you here on goldrocks.info, what if you could make a decision and do something one time in your life that will absolutely change your financial destiny forever? Would you do it? Would you do it? If you could do a thing one time and it would absolutely change your life forever, would you do it? And here's another question. Mr. Myron Golden, he's awesome. He's a beast. And he doesn't know a system where you can get 24% a month. He doesn't know one. I do. I don't have the bona fides in the background of Mr. Golden, but I do have a product that will give me the multimillionaire returns that he doesn't know about. Maybe he'll know about it after this presentation tonight, but I love that video because every word he said was true. The higher rate of return you can get and make your money get higher rates of return, the faster you'll compound money and move your way from where you are financially to where your dream life always wanted you to be financially. Does anybody want to go? Type me. You want to go? Type me. I proudly introduce to you what is called the Metaverse Certificate. Now, you see on the screen up to 4.15% per week on your certificate value. But I'm going to show you tonight that that's just the tip of the iceberg. We also have a trading product and a mining product. But what I'm going to show you tonight is our flagship product, the Metaverse Certificate. And we have multiple certificates at different price points. And you can get to the top of the Metaverse Certificate portfolios on day one. But I'm going to show you a duplicatable system that most people can do. Most people can do, and it's called the Compounded Portfolio Certificates. We're going to compound these certificates, and we're going to get the multi-millionaire returns that Mr. Myron Golden so eloquently spoke about on his 8-minute video. Are you ready? Type ready. Type ready. Here we go. I'm going to show you now something you can do one time that will change your life forever. I'm thoroughly convinced about this product. Now, I'm going to give my own disclaimer. If you don't want insomnia, if you have heart problems, palpitations, you have dizzy spells, sometimes you black out, sometimes you're driving. If you're driving, I need you to pull over because I will not be held responsible for the information I'm about to release to you tonight. Here it is. What we're going to show you is we want you to consider starting at the Hermes certificate. Now, what does this mean? This means that you're going to put $2,000. All I want you to focus on is I want you to focus on the first column in white right here, and the last column in green. Everything in the middle is just calculations. If you're one of those analytical people like me, get back with the person that brought you here. They'll walk you through all these numbers. I want you to focus on this number and this number. I want you to focus just like you do when you get that new good job, as my sponsor Nate Hines says, and they say, hey, do you want to sign up for the 401k? And you check the box that says yes. You have no idea what funds they're going to invest in. You have no clue whether it's up or down. You just know it's called a 401k, and you check the box yes. I want you to treat me just like you treated your company when you check that box. I want you to look at what's going in and what's coming out. That's what I want you to do. If you don't trust it, it's okay. You can go back and do your forensics later. But for the sake of you getting the most out of this presentation, I want you to just trust me on this. I want you to look at what's going in and what's coming out. Can we do that tonight? Yes or yes? Can we do it tonight? Yes or yes? Talk to me real quick. Can we do that tonight? Yes or yes? All right. Now, this first certificate, the Hermes certificate, you're going to put $2,000 to work. You're going to put $2,000 to work. You're going to do something you've never done so you can have something you never had. Who am I talking to tonight? You're going to do something you've never done so you can live a lifestyle you've never lived. Who am I talking to tonight? That dream lifestyle that Mr. Williams put on our intro, where you see in the private jet and the boat and the yacht, that's your life. You just didn't have a vehicle that would get you there. That is your life. That's why I was yelling over the top of the soundtrack. Here we go. Here we go. Because I'm going to show you how to do something one time that 6 years from now or less, your future's going to thank you. So $2,000, you're going to put $2,000 to work. You've never put money to work so hard in your life. I'm going to show you tonight. It's over. It's over tonight. The struggle ends tonight. You put $2,000 to work one time in your life. You can do it tonight. Get the link of the person that brought you here and get $2,000. They're going to show you how to move it into the system. You're going to put that $2,000 to work one time. And in the green box at the end, those $2,000 are going to bring you back $13,000. And you're going to delay gratification. Yes, you are. You're not going to spend that money. That $2,000, if it was smart enough to bring you $13,000, you're going to take the $13,000 and $10,000 of it, you're going to put into the next highest certificate you can get with $13,000. That'll be the Apollo. And it's going to leave $3,000 left over. You're not going to spend it. You're going to put it right back into another Hermes certificate. You're going to put it right here. So you're going to put $12,000 to work. And that other $1,000 that was left over, hold on to it just a minute. Don't spend it. Now, the next 18 months, this was 18 months, it's going to bring you to here. The next 18 months, you're going to have this certificate and this certificate, 12% working your money. And folks, guess what's going to happen after the next 18 months? It's going to bring you $65,000 more dollars. And what are you going to do with the $65,000 plus the $13,000? What you going to do? You're going to go and get the next highest certificate. You're going to put $60,000 in. With the $5,000 that you brought out, you're going to put it here at the Aphrodite. That Hermes brought you another $65,000. You're going to get another Hera and another Apollo, and you're going to go get 2 more Hermes. Now you're at 24% per month. I don't even think I need to finish the presentation. Is anybody feeling me right now? We're compounding the portfolio. We're rolling the compound with $2,000 one time out of your pocket. I need to see some more muscle signs. This is not normal. This is how the rich get richer. They don't work. Listen. Listen to me right now. Listen, everybody, stop playing with yourself. Stop playing games with your money. Listen to me right now. Have anybody ever driven by a golf course in the middle of the day at the country club in a particular neighborhood and saw 20 or 30 men playing golf? Anybody? Type me. If you know anything about the game of golf, it's a long game. Tee time is at 6 or 7 in the morning. And by 8 o'clock, when the sun is going down, the guys are packing up their clubs and they've done 9 holes and 9 more to go because there's 18 holes on the course. Please tell me how the richest people in our society are able to play an all-day game on a Tuesday. Is they have their money working for them instead of working for their money. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to finish. And then you take that Hera certificate, that $300,000, and you go get the top certificate we have, $300,000 in, get the Zeus, and take the 75 and go get another Hera, and you still got 15,000, and go get another Apollo and another Aphrodite. Ladies and gentlemen, you got all the certificates working simultaneously. Folks, it's 8 certificates at 6%. Can you count? 8 certificates, that's 48% working monthly. And folks, if you want to wait another 18 months and have 2.2 million, you can go buy 7 Zeuses. You can buy 7 Zeuses at once and wait one more 18 months. It's $14 million. See, this is not normal. This is what the 1%ers do. Wait, you already forgot this. One $2,000 did all that I just talked about. Ladies and gentlemen, if that weren't enough, you thought I was finished? Would you tell one person about this? Would you tell one person? Well, guess what? There's a compensation plan attached to this thing. If you tell just one person, you're going to earn 3 levels of commissions when they go save their money in a certificate. And if you tell 2, you get 6 levels when they get their savings certificate. And if you're bold enough to tell 3 friends or more, you get all 9 levels of commissions. And when your crypto commissions hit, you put them on your GS Lifestyle card, whether it's plastic, aluminum, stainless steel, gold plated, or solid gold. And they not going to yank the rug from under you because we got group licenses in our third-party trading platform. Ladies and gentlemen, they've spent the multi-millions of dollars to have the high-frequency traders. So you're going to win. It's so simple. Pay your $33 and fund your account. Get a metaverse certificate. We recommend the Hermes for $2,000. And go tell somebody. Go tell 2 somebodies. Go tell 3 somebodies. Listen, I gotta give it up 1 second to my sister. She's on a platform and I see smoke coming off her forehead. I'm gonna stop my screen share so y'all can see this lady. First of all, she's beautiful. She's amazing. She's my ride to life sister. And she's been rolling with me for over 30 years in businesses like this, but it wasn't nothing like this. My golden sister, Sherry Brown. Miss Sherry Brown, I want to turn it over to you for a few words before we close. Is that all right?
That is perfectly all right, because I'm telling you, look, you said something, and I'm going to break this thing down. You said something, and I never thought of it about the way I'm getting ready to bring it. You asked the people about that 401k, and when they get that job, they don't know where the money, how the money is going to generate. They don't ask for figure, facts, or nothing. These are for, this message is for those of you that either have a job, had a job, in a 401k, all that good stuff, right? And you go, well, nah, I'm not doing none of that investment stuff. First of all, you are already investing. You are investing if you were in a 401k. And as you stated, Mr. Dalco, nobody asks any questions about it. Very few. Some people might, they analytical like you are. But y'all gonna have to bear with that phone ringing because I can't get to it right now. But look, no one really asked for information on how the figures and the facts work. But let me just drop this on you. You know, you say, people say, I'm good. Nah, I don't do all that. Yeah, when you went to your job and they introduced to you a 401k, that's not mandatory. But when you start looking at it and you said yes, you was already looking for a better way. You hadn't even started working. You knew how much you was going to get paid. You knew how many benefits you were going to get. And when they offered you that opportunity to look at that 401k, you said right there, when you said yes, you said, this salary I'm getting ready to make is not enough. It's not enough. You was already looking for a better way. This is a better way. When you say, well, Sherry, look, they said they're going to match it dollar for dollar. Well, that's the dollars that they should have, a 401k, and they'll tell you that they're going to match it, and they matching it with your own money. They're not using their money.
Will you talk today?
They are not using their money. So what we're offering you here is better than that. Because what? You your own boss. You playing on the golf course, but you care about people enough to let somebody else know, to give somebody else an opportunity to do this thing. And it looked like I don't have no hair, but my green screen is messed up.
Man.
But look, you already were looking for a better way when you said yes to a 401k.
Man,
This
you
is
know
the
what?
way. Let's go.
Sherry's green screen is messing up a little bit, and she even pretty bald headed. This is crazy. Listen, Renee. Renee again asked a question. She said, "So it keeps going after the 18-month period, folks. We're gonna teach y'all this money system until the wheels fall off. Your struggle days are absolutely over. It's an 18-month contract period. At the end of the period, your funds are released to you, all of the profits. When you get to the Zeus certificate, you put $100,000 to work for you and you fill your certificate with 200,000, they instantly release to the 200,000 a $300,000 bonus. That money is yours after the 18 months. This is the most insane financial system ever. But here's the beauty. BD Swiss is not being generous. This is what they do. They've been at this for a decade. Their average returns are what they're giving us. They're not making 10% a week. Do you really think they're gonna make 10% and break you off half? They're making a fortune. They manage $10 billion a day in custodianship. This is not altruism. This is business. It's the business of money. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining us tonight on this presentation. We are on fire. You can see by the numbers, there's almost 300 people on this presentation. Why? Because good news travels fast. Do not be left behind on this. Imagine, and I gotta stop because Sherry messed me up tonight with her team meeting. Imagine doing something one time. One Hermes certificate will assure you millions of dollars in financial rewards in the next 6 years or less. How many do you need? Get back with the person that shared this information with you. Tell them that you want to be a part of Project 50K, one of the 50,000 families that we're positioning. All you need is 50,000 people to get one Hermes certificate. Can we do this? 50,000 people to get one Hermes certificate. Can we do this, family? Can we do it? I hope I've made my case tonight. Y'all have a great evening. Much sleepless nights to all of y'all, and we'll see you on the white sandy beaches of the world.